Robert Guerrero, headlining the first embassy, and now here we are opening and premiering on CBS. Like they said, it's been close to 40 years since they've had a fight in prime time. So this is definitely the biggest fight of my career. And Guerrero was ranked under me at, I believe, number 8 in the world. And depending on who you ask, you know, he might be a little higher or whatnot. But Sean Porter, from the last that I checked, was currently ranked number 6 in the world. So he is the top fighter that I've ever faced to this date, and it will be a terrific fight.
Can you talk about the importance of this fight if you win, paving the way to becoming the face of the welterweight?
It's been my dream to not just be a champion, but to really make history. And with what we did last year, getting the Fighter of the Year award, I'm trying not to let my head get too big, but slowly but surely I am paving the way of creating my own legacy. And March 12th is just another one of those building blocks, another historical moment. And we are looking forward to defeating Showtime Sean Porter in tremendous fashion.
Can you add on to what it meant to you getting the Fighter of the Year?
Getting the Fighter of the Year award came out of nowhere. I didn't expect it. It occurred over the holidays. I was just spending time with my family. So to hear that really was a blessing. And it really touched me just knowing that it's recognition for all the hard work and dedication that I've been putting into the sport. And that the fans see me as one of the most entertaining welterweights today. Now that Floyd's gone, I really just wanted to constantly and continuously prove, and in this year, 2016, show why. You know, there's reasons in 2015 why I had the award, but now I just want to solidify with even greater performances this year on who Keith one-time Thurman truly is.
Thurman, talking about Mayweather retired, do you think a spectacular victory over Porter could potentially bring him out of retirement, being that people aren't sure if he truly is retired?
You know, as long as he announced his retirement, which he did, he's no longer on my mind. I stay focused on the game, the sport, and everybody that is in the sport. He's no longer in the sport. If he wants me to think about him, he's going to have to come out of retirement. And if he comes out of retirement and he doesn't mention Keith one-time Thurman, then what's the point of coming out of retirement? So, you know, because I'm planning on taking over. This fight right here is going to solidify. It's going to, one step at a time, clean out the welterweight division and just prove that I'm the best welterweight that we have in the world of boxing today.
Both you and Porter are both very aggressive fighters. So would you say, because I asked him, is it important for you to be the most aggressive in there with him, or is it just, is it more like about the game? What is it for you? Because if this is such an important fight, what do you really want to show people in solidifying your legacy?
Well, I've been calling Sean Porter a bully, that he likes to run people over. So he is very aggressive, and that's really all that statement means. It just talks about how much of an aggressive style he has. I can be aggressive, but outside of being aggressive, I'm going to be smart. If the smart thing is to be more aggressive than him, you're going to see me be more aggressive. If the smart thing is to pick my shots in between, you're going to see me pick my shots in between. At the end of the day, I just want to put him in check.
Keith, you just said right now that this will prove who the best welterweight is. I looked at some of the rankings, and it was showing a lot of organizations, they have Manny Pacquiao as number 1, the best welterweight. What do you know?
At the end of the day, it's because it's when you have that political standard. You know, Pacquiao did so much for the sport. It was obvious for a long time that he was number 2 under Mayweather. But when are you going to not allow him to be number 2? Oh wait, Mayweather retired, so I guess he's number 1. You know, it is what it is. You know, he's done a lot. He deserves recognition. He deserves respect. Does he really deserve to be number 1? It's debatable. You know,
especially not after this fight right here. You don't believe?
I mean, this fight right here, we can talk about how the winner is the man, but then again, what people forget to understand is that Floyd didn't become the man overnight. You know, real fame, real recognition comes from being at the top and staying at the top to where people have to recognize Well, you can do it at the top. Why? I was here this year, the next year, the next year, the next year, the next year. Floyd was at the top for a decade, decades throughout all the different weight divisions that he dominated. So, really, if you really want my true answer, the road begins on March 12th. Put me at the top if you want to. Thank you for all your love and respect. Put me in the middle. Put me at the bottom. It doesn't matter because we are not done. It is just getting started. There are still other welterweights to take care of. Some believe, well, you're not the best unless you fought everybody. Keep one-time Thurman wants to fight everybody.
Keith, one of your past opponents against Bundu, you dropped him in the first round, and you were saying how it ended up going the full distance as opposed to you thinking maybe, okay, I dropped him in the first round, I'll take him out maybe 4 or 5. If you drop Porter in the first round, will you do that again, or will you just take him out this time?
With the respect of Team Porter, we will take him out. If we have that advantage over him, we will try to close the show. We will take advantage of each devastating blow that we land within that 12-round fight.
Talking about your legacy, do you feel that at some point in your career with a win over this Porter that maybe pay-per-view records would be a part of cementing your legacy, pay-per-view buys, producing pay-per-view buys, so to speak?
Pay-per-view, once upon a time I dreamed about being a pay-per-view fighter. And now, to me, it doesn't really matter as much as pay-per-view. And the reason being is, look what's happening. When I fought Robert Guerrero on CBS, we got 4.2 million viewers at the peak of the hour. I don't want you guys to have to pay to watch me fight. I don't want your money. I make enough money. I do not want your money. I'd rather see 10 million, 14 million. I'd rather get 20 million viewers on a network like CBS than to take the fans and entice them to pay for my fight. And what happens if you do acquire 20 million viewers, which that would be a dream come true. And I know I don't really have expectations of accomplishing that right now. But let's imagine that Floyd Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao fought on free network television, right? If they fought on regular network television, I guarantee you 25 million viewers would have been watching that fight. When you have those kind of viewers, you tap into something very special. We call it Super Bowl numbers. When you have Super Bowl numbers, the money comes from the multi-billion-dollar corporations. I want their money. I don't want your money, Now, we're talking so far in the future. I don't know what's really going to happen in the sport of boxing. I'm just stating from my heart what I desire for my legacy.
Keith, if you said you would write an article, friend or foe, how good of friends are you and Sean Porter?
Oh man, we've shared many meals together. I sat down with him, his father, his sisters. I supported him when he fought Kell Brook. I was there ringside cheering for him. Me and my girl, we wanted him to win that fight. Slowly but surely, his strategy was no longer really being effective, and Kell Brook was being a little bit more effective, and he took that belt back home. When we wanted to fight him, Kenny Porter stated, we'll fight Keith Thurman later when we'll have the belt and he'll have the belt, and we'll fight him for a unified opportunity. And you see that the unified opportunity isn't there, but I'm not backing out of this fight. I wanted this fight for a long time, I remember Sean Porter back in the amateur days. Me and Sean Porter fought in Chicago. It was USA versus Ukraine. We were the only 2 American fighters to win on the USA side. Now, Sean Porter was competing at 165 pounds as an amateur due to playing football every once in a while. His dad never made him cut a whole lot of weight until they realized, well, you ain't playing football, boy. You're going to be a world champion. And so they made the decision to come down to the welterweight. Sean Porter was a welterweight. I knew one day me and him were going to go at it. In boxing, 9 out of 10 times, an elite amateur ends up being an elite pro. Is he the best? Do we always become the best? That's up for debate. And you have to prove if you're the best. One fight at a time. And once again, I'm going to showcase my skills and my talent on March 12th.
All right, we're gonna go.
Thank you.